Welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. I don't know if you realize what goes on behind the scenes, but we have to make sure all the sounds are off, even the air condition has to be off because that makes a noise. I have Michael Nugent with me. I pronounce it in this kind of the French way, and it's Nugent.
Yes, well, actually, my father's Irish and my mother's Sicilian, but I like how you say that.
You like the Nugent.
Yeah, I took 7 years of French. So
did you?
I was Michel Nugent.
Michel Nugent.
In high school, yeah.
So hello, Michel.
I shouldn't have said that.
No, you shouldn't have done. I have to clarify one thing before I interview Michael. I got a text this morning saying that I had cancer and that I have got over it and I was very, very sick and everything was really, really bad for me. Let me just tell everybody, I haven't had COVID-19. I don't have cancer. I'm in 100% great health. I don't know what else to tell you out there, but there are rumors. But if you're going to put a rumor out there, make sure it's a good rumor, not a rumor like that, because it does affect me immediately. I immediately, Michael, I mean, when someone says something like that, you immediately think, oh my goodness, where did that come from?
Right.
But it brings you down a little bit. So
Yeah.
I think before anybody puts messages out there, they've got to really know what's going on. And here I am. I'm quite well. I'm feeling very good.
More energy than me.
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, I do have a lot of energy. Always has. Michael is a singer, entertainer, and as we all know, my show is actually about promoting the entertainment people around the world, and also especially in Vegas. They've had a rough time, a bad time. But you know something? It's the strangest thing. All entertainers seem to get over it, they succeed, and all they want to do is go out there and perform.
That's right.
Is that correct?
That's right. It's because we love it so much. So nothing can stop us despite the pandemic and not being able to perform for a while. We'd go and perform virtually, right?
Yes, of course.
And maybe sing outside of buildings while people are inside of buildings, socially distanced.
Singing to all the windows.
That's right. Yep, I've done that. And we find ways because that's what we love to do and we want to make people happy. And especially now, over the past year, we really wanted to get out there in any way that we could, whether it was virtual or socially distanced, and entertain people. So.
Absolutely. So did you, because I know I find out a lot about entertainers, especially singers, I think anybody anyway, is that you have to really practice your voice every day to keep it going.
Absolutely.
Most people, I don't think, realize that you've got to keep the voice going. It's like a job. They have a job. And you have a job, and your job is singing, so you have to practice to make sure you're good out there.
Absolutely. It's like a bodybuilder has to go to the gym, 5-6 days a week.
Well, you don't have to go to the gym.
Well, I bench 350, so yeah. In my dreams.
Well, in my nightmares. I don't do any of that stuff.
But you're exactly right, Ninon. It's a never-ending process to work on your voice as a singer.
Yes.
And I've been taking vocal lessons for 8 years, and I've been doing all of the vocal exercises weekly.
Yeah.
And, it's not glorious, it's not glamorous, but you're in front of your mirror at home, and you put that to work behind the scenes, and then it shows out when you go and perform in
So
public.
when you go out there, you are prepared, and
Absolutely.
you are ready, and everything, and you feel good.
That's right. You gotta feel good.
Now, what about the choreography? Do you do your own choreography? There's one thing I've always been confused about. Some singers can get away with it when they just stand there and do nothing.
Sure.
Frank Sinatra was one of those people that stood there, but he suddenly had a certain move, and he did a certain something that made him look really great. Some of them just stand there, and they don't seem to know what to do with these hands and all this stuff.
Right.
Choreography, do you teach yourself, or do you watch yourself to see how you should look to other people?
Yeah, that's a great question. Every performer and singer is different. And, depending on the genre you sing, maybe that will affect how you move, right?
Yes.
So, I don't sing, hip-hop stuff. I don't have Justin Timberlake-like moves or anything. I really wasn't.
You have your own moves.
Yeah, I have my own moves. And I've studied it through people that I'm inspired by. Like, I've watched thousands of hours of, Bobby Darin and Dean and Frank and Tony Bennett and Michael Bublé.
So you're a little bit in that arena, are you?
Yeah, I like the big band era, and those are my inspirations. That's the music that I generally sing. Yeah. So I take bits and pieces from everybody's choreography and make it into my own, and I have a few of my own moves, like the lawnmower. That one got me almost kicked out of my 2012 prom, but I didn't think it was that edgy.
Well, why not? Make it edgy. Sometimes you've got to be a little edgy.
I thought, take the cup off the shelf. That's another one of mine.
Yeah.
And
what's this take the cup off the shelf? What's that got to do with singing?
Well, it's a dance move.
Oh.
So you're taking the cup off. It's kind of like a Johnny Travolta thing, but it's not all the way.
No.
And you're grabbing the cup and you're putting it down on the countertop, what have you. And so that's another signature move of mine, I would say.
So today, in this day and age, is totally different to when we're talking about Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, and all these singers. They had their own little sort of beautiful way, which wasn't R&B. It was beautiful ballads and great songs. Mm-hmm. Are we getting back to that, or has something not really changed, and do we still have it? It's just called something different.
Yeah, that's a great question. So I was born in 1994. So
Wow.
I missed it. Yeah. I missed it, unfortunately. But we all saw the rise of Harry Connick Jr.
Yes.
Right, and then 10, 15 years later, Michael Bublé came along.
Michael Bublé.
And
fabulous.
He is, isn't he?
Oh,
and I wouldn't be sitting here with you right now probably if my mother didn't have his CD in her car when I was in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
So that inspired you?
That inspired me.
He can do it. I can do it.
I just heard the music. I loved it.
And were you singing then?
No, this was around 16, 17. I wasn't in the choir. I was actually an athlete first. I played football and basketball. And I played trombone, so music was always in my life. I was a trombone player. And I heard this music when I was about 16, 17, around the time I wanted to get a girlfriend. Maybe I wanted to impress a girl.
Swoon her.
Didn't work.
Swoon her.
Didn't really work.
That's funny.
But that inspired me. And, now we're in 2021, and I think that music still holds a lot of weight. And especially in Las Vegas, you could even say that this city was built on this music, the big band. It
was, it definitely was built on this music.
I just want to continue it.
And you want to continue it. You enjoy it. But I think it's really lovely that you are in the younger generation bringing it forward.
Thank you.
And I think that's sort of something that I think a lot of the young people also enjoy, as well as the loud music. You've got...
You can have both. I like all kinds of music.
Who have you actually performed with or opened with or been out there with?
Yeah, so I've been here for 2 years now, and
one of those years was lockdown.
I know. Thank goodness I got here in 2019, February. I got here a year before the lockdowns, and I built up my client list, and I networked. I worked harder than I've ever worked in my life because I just wanted to go full speed ahead, right?
Absolutely. Well, it's Vegas.
Yep, it's Vegas, so it's a fast-paced city.
Opportunity. It's funny you say this. You have every opportunity in Vegas, and it's amazing how many of the singers that come here that don't take up those opportunities.
Right.
And they're here. There's everything.
I went out every night, every venue that had music, and watched and said, hi, can you give me a chance? I just moved to town. Yeah. And you go, that's what it's called. It's called sitting in. You go sit in with a band.
Really?
Yeah. And that was really nerve wracking because, I'm just a kid from Buffalo, New York, very opposite of Las Vegas.
Of
and
course.
I grew up there my whole life.
I think every state is totally opposite.
Yes.
To
that's
Vegas,
right.
so
exactly.
Vegas is one place of its own.
Right. So, it's a little nerve wracking when I came here, coming into this scene of all these entertainers.
Yes.
And, there's a lot of competition. And there's a lot of people singing the same music that I sang, but I found out how wonderful the community is, and you know all the entertainers in town.
I know most of them.
It's
I know
really
a lot
wonderful.
of them. I admire all of them, and that's why we started this program, to give them a platform to be able to present yourself, because you don't want to be on the little shows. You can't get on the big shows, so here I am. I'm kind of in the middle here, but we're building up too. We're getting greater and greater and greater, and we're loving every minute of it. Yeah. And we're giving people like you an opportunity to let people know who you are. You can use this as a sizzle reel if you want. I don't mind.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I don't mind. Yes,
all
you
right.
can.
Well, thank you. That's
absolutely.
Very nice.
Why not? That's the whole idea.
That's right, and you're doing a great service because there's a lot of entertainers outside of the Strip.
Yes.
Local folks that are just incredible, and I got to meet all of them.
Yes.
And I was given many opportunities, and now I perform at the El Cortez Casino every weekend, every Friday and Saturday. I'm at the Italian American Club.
That's a great place. The Italian American Club. They put performances on there, and you can actually, I think, book that room yourself, invite all your people. And it's amazing how many people go down there and support people like you. I look at it and I think this is amazing how they're supporting our entertainers, because that's what Vegas is.
That's right. And I've seen you there.
I've been there.
Right? Oh, we hung out there.
We hung out there.
Had a couple of waters at the bar.
Yeah, there you go. We did. We hung out there.
Had a couple of cannolis.
Oh, I love the cannoli. The food there is excellent.
Yeah, it is.
But it's a great place to go, just to have sit at the bar, have a drink. And sometimes we want to do that just to relax and do what you want. What you got coming up? Do you have anything in the works?
Yeah, that's with everything opening up.
Yes,
I feel very, very fortunate, and it's a great thing, isn't it? It's a great thing to see our
city.
It's
amazing.
Come back to life.
Yeah, it's like, but I never lost it.
No, you kept it going the whole time.
I kept going out there. I kept doing my show. But I even was out there. I mean, I did abide by the rules. I wore the mask and did the things that they wanted me to do, which I thought was totally ridiculous anyway. But that's just my opinion. But, you've got to help other people. You had the COVID. My producer had the COVID. So I have to respect all that.
Sure.
And the only problem I have with this COVID-19 thing is what happened to flu? The flu, we never heard anything about anybody catching flu. Right. So I think the flu turned into COVID-19.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know what happened, but it was the weirdest thing.
It's a very interesting time, and I was out there wearing a face shield singing. You do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I was at the El Cortez. I still wear it now.
Yes.
Because, that's the rules, and I'll do anything that I have to do to perform.
Rules are rules, and that's fine. I don't,
But, the show must go on, I think.
Yes,
And I was out there at the Italian American Club and doing, private parties and wherever venues could have music. I went out there, and because you have an obligation to boost people's morale as an entertainer.
You're supporting them as well.
That's right. And we were on the front lines, you could say, in a way, maybe not in a major way, but we were out there entertaining people.
It is major. That is what Vegas is.
You're right. It is. This is the entertainment capital of the world.
It is.
You
gamble, you drink, you do all the above.
That's right.
You let it all hang out, and then you go back to wherever you're going back to, Ohio or a little town somewhere, and realize, okay, back to life again. But that was really fun.
But I'll be back next year.
I'll be back next year and lose all my money.
yeah, exactly. But a lot of things are coming up. I'm at the El Cortez Casino every Friday and Saturday.
Oh, really? Really? So you got a gig
every
there
Friday and Saturday. Yep, it's great.
El
Tourists.
Cortez. Oh my goodness!
It is an old school place. That's right.
I know exactly. You're in that room, and you're in the corner there.
Yep, the parlor lounge.
Yes, the parlor lounge. I was down there, and it's a great place.
There's no place like it, and tourism is really picking up, and people just. There's not a lot of live entertainment even on Fremont at the moment. I'm one of the only ones. I can't believe it.
No.
And, besides the people that are busking, which I really have a lot of respect for out in the middle of the road, that's amazing. So I'm there. I'll be at the Italian American Club coming up, and this is all on my website and Facebook.
And what is your website?
You could find me at michaelrossnugent.com. I put my middle name in there. Or Michael Ross Nugent. It's spelled like Ted Nugent. I tell people... and they say, is there any relation? My whole life. Ted. I got called Ted.
Ted, where are you?
So I just say he's my uncle.
You go.
He's my funkle. He's my
funkle.
fun uncle.
Your fun uncle.
We're going hunting this weekend.
There you go.
We're going to play some Cat Scratch Fever.
Oh, right.
So,
I love it.
But I just performed at the Tuscany at the Piazza Lounge.
Oh, the Piazza Lounge,
Yep,
yes.
Last week I had my first opportunity there, and more dates I think will be coming.
And they have a lot of singers there, but they have all these sort of things, protection things.
Yeah, they had the
that's
plexi.
Funny about the people of Vegas. They're so used to going out to all these different shows. They can't wait for everybody to get back. Every time someone's appearing, we're going down there, we're going there, or we're doing this, or we're doing that. And I know the bootlegger had somebody there that was playing the piano, and that was fabulous. And so, and people couldn't wait to get there. It was just amazing.
The patrons are incredible. They go from show to show. They'll see 3 performers in one day.
Oh, yes, they don't care. They will go because they have a 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or 9 o'clock. They don't care. They'll go to all of them. They're great supporters. Because that's why they live here.
That's why they live here.
That's why they're here. They want to be entertained.
Yeah, we're very spoiled with great
they're very,
people.
very spoiled. If you all want to know why I am wearing this beautiful flower, it is because it's Hawaiian Day. Today is Hawaiian Day. And I believe I should also mention it's April the 20th. I believe April 20th is Weed Day. I don't know if I'm saying the right. Hey, what do I call it?
420.
It's 420. Oh, it's just called 420. All of you work it out. It took me a long time to find out. I said, what on earth is 420? Eventually, somebody was whispered in my ear, okay, marijuana.
Is that why it's so hazy out today?
I know, because everybody's smoking.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird coincidence.
There's a coincidence, everybody, but I have to mention this because I have respect for 420. I have respect for Hawaii. I love Hawaii. And I actually have a song from Hawaii, and it's called Meri Kalikimaka is a thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. And I know we have a gentleman out here, Jonathan, and he's from Hawaii, and he is laughing because I really don't have a singing voice.
That wasn't that bad.
That wasn't bad?
No.
Do you think I could make it?
I think we could do that. Was that Bing Crosby and
I think it was Bing.
Doris Day, possibly?
You
could pull off a Doris Day.
Could I pull... Ooh, what a compliment.
She could.
Yeah, I could be a Doris Day.
Yeah.
Well, she sings. A great actress.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. What was it? Pillow Talk with Rock Hudson?
Yep.
I was jealous of her. Actually in bed with him, Come on, give me a break. So what's inspiring for you right now? You've got this every weekend at the Cortez. So things are going very well. This is one happy camper, I'm telling you.
I just love what I do, and I was very lucky to find something that I totally immersed myself in. And I also sing at retirement communities, memory care places, hospice. And they're all vaccinated now, so I'm able to go back in there.
Yes.
But even during the pandemic, I would go to these places, and if they allowed it, and I would sing outside.
I was going to say, sing to all the windows.
Yeah. And that's where I started. Yeah, I started 8 years ago singing in retirement communities. And, I love these people. They grew up with that music. And they're the best audience because they know all the words, and, they love to just listen and close their eyes, and they'll come up to me.
Actually, when you sing what you sing, it's bringing back a memory. So
That's right.
They're going back into the memory time of when they were in love and all this crazy stuff. Because, majority of people, I think probably 99.99.99 people in this entire world have been in love.
I would say so.
I'm sure there have been a few broken hearts, so we don't talk about that. We want to be in love.
And those songs are the epitome of,
they love them.
of love.
And you're crooning them.
Exactly, and they say, my husband and I danced that song in 1959.
I know. 59. What year? When was that?
Yeah.
You want to give your info out again just to make sure they have your information to reach you?
Yes. You could find me at Michael Ross Nugent or Michael Nugent, or you could say it Nugent if you'd like. I like that. And, I'm on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and all. I don't have a tweeter, though. Or is it Twitter?
Twitter.
I don't know what these kids...
Twitter.
I don't know what these kids on are these days.
Twitter. I don't know. They're all different. They're all different.
But yeah, I'm just...
He's available. He's out there.
I'm available. All I have is a high school ring.
I love it. That's a pretty cool high school ring.
Oh, thank you. That's my birthstone.
Yes.
Garnet. January 8th, I share the same birthday as Elvis Presley. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah, thank you, Mama.
I guess my dad.
I'm surprised they didn't call you Elvis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you ever do an Elvis?
Yeah, I do some Elvis songs. I can't do his, I don't have maybe a perfect impersonation. But
you do his songs.
I do his songs because, we're in Vegas and
people love that.
People love it. Yeah, I'll sing any song people request if I know it. Even if I don't like it, there's some songs. I'll do it for the people.
How about, there's a song I love, Non me quitte pas.
I don't know that one.
It's If You Go Away. It's a French song. Edith Piaf sang it, and it was absolutely amazing.
I took 7 years of French. How do I not know this?
All right, you've got to practice it, because I just might come down to the Cortez, and I might request that. So be careful.
So you're giving me homework.
I'm giving you homework right now. I'm giving you something to do as if he hasn't got enough to do. I want to thank you, Michael, for coming on the show, being my guest. It's absolutely amazing. Another,
thank you for having me.
I'm not going to say up-and-coming star. He's already a star. He's already got lots of bookings. Everything's going great for him. He's only been here 2 years, so he's only really had a year of kind of, being out there. And now he's also made it work with the pandemic and everything going on. And, of course, we're opening up, I believe, May 1st. Everything's going to be open. I'm not sure, quote, unquote. Oh, excuse me, June 1st. No, we've got another month to go, and 1 week to go, 2 weeks to go, and everything will be open up. But already Vegas is looking absolutely fabulous. We've already got traffic jams going on and things happening. So when we see the traffic jams, we say, yay!
That's why I was 4 minutes late.
We actually love a traffic jam now because we know it's opening up.
That's right.
Thank you for watching Vegas Live with me. Don't forget to go to YouTube and don't forget to subscribe, because when you subscribe, it builds us up and everybody, and we can give everybody a chance out there and a platform to let everybody know who they are and how they can get booked and everything else. We'll be right back with our next guest. Take care. If you enjoyed the last show we just did and all the other shows, don't forget to subscribe. Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube. We've got plenty more coming up and our guests are amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.